Open these to get down to a
Go ahead. Yeah.
Make sure you got up on time to go to your.
Couldn't disorganize his buttons.
Put them right there so people can kind of pull it.
All right. I think everything's out now.
I see another tub in that tin of yours though.
Yes. Here he is. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? It's been a little while, right? I hope you're doing well. I know the weather is getting colder. If you're a hunter, I hope you're having some good luck with whatever it is. If it's bow hunting for deer or big game, if it's squirrel hunting, you know, I hope you're bringing some meat home to the family and to the refrigerator. So this week, guys, I'm taking you back to squirrel camp again. This time I asked the guys, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to get involved in early 20th century camping? And they all had some similar things, but I think it's some good advice if you would like to get involved and get started and join us. Now, I will tell you, oftentimes these guys are mentioning the websites and things like that. And I didn't tell them to do that. They did it themselves. So if you are wanting to get involved in early 20th century camping, then I strongly suggest that you check out the resources that are available. So anyhow, I'm done talking. Let these guys tell you what their opinions are. Hey, Dawn, for someone who's wanting to get into early 20th century living history, what advice would you give them?
Just find all the books you can on the subject. Read all you can. There's plenty of people on YouTube that you can look up, learn lots of things. That's how I learned most of what I've done. I've not been into this hobby for very long, but I've learned plenty off of people on YouTube and the Facebook group, Bannerman Camp. There's a lot of helpful people out there that are way more knowledgeable than I am. They can give you everything you need to know. And even your grandparents, ask them what type of stuff they did, great-grandparents if they're still around. There's all kinds of people you can talk to. I think that's the easiest and best way to come up with your good impression.
Do you have a favorite period resource that got you started in the right direction?
I don't have any books on it yet, but just looking at pictures of my grandparents and great-grandparents that they did, that was a good inspiration. Like knowing that they enjoyed camping and stuff, that's kind of what got me into it, and that's just basing it off what the pictures I've got were. That's pretty much what I based it off of.
Don't right now, you are far in the lead for the Squirrel Camp Cup. Do you have any advice for people who come to Squirrel Camp on how to bag a couple extra squirrels?
Yeah, get up early, be quiet in the woods, don't miss. I missed one this year, but yeah, just be after them and they'll come to you.
Get on YouTube and find Logston and Company, 20th Century Adventures, Waypoint Survival. Watch these videos because these guys are all experts and it really gets the juices flowing and really makes you want to do this. And then if you can come to a camp like this squirrel camp that Dave Canterbury provides us the ground for and sit and just talk to these guys, it's a wealth of knowledge. So watch the videos, and if you're close enough, come to this. Even if you don't have a lot of gear, you can buy some of it here and see what people have got that you need to buy yourself and start from there.
What got you involved in early 20th century living history?
I had a heart attack and went through a lot of operations and stuff, and while I was recovering, I was looking on my phone and ran across a Waypoint Survival video. So I started watching those and went through all 50 of them or whatever. And then from there was Logston and Company and Sean Dyer's and Sarge's videos. So then my juices was really flowing because I was seeing how much fun it was, and I started going to the flea market and collecting stuff, and it's a definite bug that bites you.
Well, the first thing I would do is I would go on YouTube and watch a bunch of the old silent films from the 19-teens, 20s, and on to the early 1930s. You get a really good idea from the way they dressed, how they talked, and even the script on the silence what they would talk about and the words that they used, some of the slang words of the era. You'll also get a great idea of what their outfits look like, even though it's in black and white. The hats that they wore and just all of the outfits just gives you a really good idea of what you would do. And then it allows you to stay informed. And when you're watching these videos and you see something that you like, just if you're watching on your phone especially, take a screenshot of it. And then when you are at, you know, flea markets, yard sales, surfing the web, and eBay and Etsy and places like that, you'll have a little catalog of items that you want to look for. And you'll be able to recognize early 20th century items just based on your familiarity, which is important because most of us these days, we don't have a good idea of what they used to wear. And so there've been a lot of people scammed by people selling something as early 20th century and it really wasn't. So that's probably my best advice, because before you spend any money, inform yourself. And then once you get a list of items, what kind of boots, what kind of socks, what kind of pants, shirts, vests, hats, and all of that, make a list. And then just start one by one, spending time to hunt down each one, and take your time till you find the one that satisfies you. You usually will know, you'll look at it and you will say, that's right, that's going to work, and you can cross that one off your list and go to the next one.
I would probably give you the advice to look at some good channels out there. Look at Sarge Vining's channel, look at Honorable Outfitters channel, look at James Bender's channel. I've got a few videos myself on this type of reenacting and this type of hunting and camping. Anything you can find on classic camping is going to give you a head start. You know, the books out there by, dang, forgot his name now, that's terrible. Steve Watts. Steve Watts is the co-author, but he's not the only author. What's the other guy's name? It's Stephen Watts and Dave Westcott. Dave Westcott, yeah. So I know you can cut that up, so
Yep.
okay. So I'd recommend reading Classic Camping the Old Style by David Westcott, and damn, I just messed his name again.
Watts.
Stephen Watts. So I would recommend getting a copy of Classic Camping the Old Style by Stephen Watts and David Westcott. That's a very good reference material piece that you can use and have something to hold in your hand. Lots and lots of articles and books in the archives on the internet. And again, I would look at channels, you know, Nathan Lodge's channel is great. Honorable Outfitters is a great channel. Obviously, James Bender's got some great stuff. Sarge Vining's got great stuff. Join groups on Facebook like the Bannerman Camp, like Honorable Outfitters mailing list and things like that. That's the way to get into this hobby. And then find an event and go to it. Get to know some guys and they can help you out for sure.
So don't be intimidated. This is my first time doing this, and tried doing a little research, made a lot of my own stuff. It's not a real expensive hobby to get into. It's like anything. It can be if you want it to, but it doesn't have to be. And you know, just put it together. Like Squirrel Camp here is awesome. These are a great group of guys, and they're very welcoming. So you can, you know, bring your stuff in. They'll help you out. It's a great resource to learn more things, and just having that opportunity to interact with people that are like-minded. And I highly recommend, you know, just, you know, I picked up a book by a guy named Kephart. It's an original off of eBay. It was inexpensive, and I started reading it. And then I've watched YouTube channels, like Sean's channel and Dave's. And I just, you know, learned a lot of stuff. I kind of enjoyed the bushcrafting, but I'm getting older. And this stuff is, some of it I remember from when I was a kid. So it brings back some fond memories. And I especially love when Mr. Dwyer here, he's got a Victrola and he cranks that up at night, and we're sitting around a campfire playing 1920s music. So it brings back some memories of my grandparents.
So what do you think? You think you might want to get involved in early 20th century camping? I'm telling you, a good place to start are all those resources, but I also want to let you know about the Camp Crafters Guild. It's the Camp Crafters Guild, well, me, but it is the Camp Crafters Guild that hosts the Squirrel Camp. So if you go on www.honorableoutfitters.com/join the guild, it's free. There's a paid side, but it's also free. You jump on there, Wes and so many other guys have put so many daggone books and catalogs and so much information on there. Plus, it is welcoming. Like it's such a great group of people on there. We're doing a challenge every single month. And last month's challenge was just going outdoors and trying to find animal sign. That's all it was. And this month, thanks to Wes' suggestion, since we had so many people from all around the country, he thought it'd be a good idea, and I did too, that we make some chili. And I mean, come on, let's be real. November is a great time to try out some chili, right? So anyhow, if you'd like to join us, we'd love to see you around our digital campfire. We also have monthly meetups. It's usually the first Wednesday of every month at around 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time, depending on the time of year, obviously. But anyhow, I hope to see you on there. Now, if you like this video, please click like, because it helps us, but it also helps people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about early 20th century camping? And try to be nice, shall we? Don't make fun of us. We got our hobbies. You got your hobbies. So anyhow, I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are if you'd like to join us, because it's growing. The movement is growing. And I'd love to hear from you. All right, I hope that cut wasn't that awkward, but I don't have a whole lot of time to make these videos. So I make these videos in batches. So if I had an update, that's where it would be. But the press and mess kit, man, you got your skillet that folds out, it locks, you got your plate. The skillet and the plate comes together to either form a baker or a container. Can't beat that. Love multi-use items. You've got your cup over here. You know, it's nice and deep. You can either stew with it or you can drink your coffee out of it. Lots of options. And of course, you got your large container. You're talking about your canteen. Now, there are going to be some differences between the reproduction in this one, such as this is going to have a screw cap instead of using a cork. The bottom's going to be a little bit flatter, so it's a little bit more reliable on the ground, especially if you are going to boil water. Same thing with the cup. It's going to be flattened just a little bit, so it's a little bit more useful. But other than that, everything's the same, except it's going to be made out of 316L stainless steel. It's going to cost $175. That's shipped anywhere in the continental U.S. We have less than 100 available currently. However, you know, if there is a big rush of them, we can order more. Right now, we're waiting for the quotes, or we've got the quote. That's where the update was supposed to come in. And anyhow, you should check it out. We've got a lot of people who are interested, and I know you're going to love this thing to take camping, backpacking, or what have you. This is going to be a fantastic cooking kit for you and your needs. So if you like this video, please click like. We appreciate it. If you'd like to see the video about the press and mess kit, check it out here. Don't forget to go in the description box, click the link. There's the history on the website. There's some videos and other things. If you'd like to see the playlist of all my camp crafting videos, you can check it out here. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Give a kiss and hug to your loved ones, and it's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time. Take care.